Welcome to my channel. This is Take a Breath with Alexis, and I'm Alexis, and in today's video I will be doing a full face of Disney makeup, and it will be featuring narration by me, voiceover Alexis. Now, do you remember this eyeshadow palette from my makeup collection? Well, this is the thing that inspired me to do this full Disney look today. Now, I am going to put out a little disclaimer. Don't use eyeshadow that is more than 2 years old, but I'm going to go ahead and do it anyway. So with that being said, the first thing I'm going to put on my face is this Fenty Beauty Pro Filt'r Retouch Primer. It is my favorite primer, and I'm also almost out of it, so I'm gonna scoop every freaking last bit of this primer because this stuff is not cheap. So I'm just gonna rub it on my face, and at the end I kind of like to press it into the skin. Now, if you notice me looking off to the side here, it's because I'm looking into my makeup mirror, because my camera and my makeup mirror can't be together next to each other because the mirror blocks the camera. So that's why I'm looking off to the side. So the next step is I'm going to put my foundation on, and I am using the Mary Kay Timewise Matte 3D Foundation in the shade Bronze W130, and I'm using my NYX Beauty Blender to blend that all out. Now, I do have some extra product left on my hand, and because this is a medium coverage foundation, I like to go back and add some extra coverage to those little spots I'm insecure about to give it more of a fuller coverage look. Alright, so I've got my base down. The next step is to conceal, and for concealer, I am going to use this LA Girl Pro Conceal in the shade Fawn. And I like to conceal away all of those hours of sleep that I did not get, those acne spots that I should not have picked. I cover that all up with concealer, and then I use the Beauty Blender to blend it all out. So now I've concealed. The next step that I like to do is go ahead and highlight my face. And for highlight, I am using the Too Faced Born This Way Naturally Radiant Concealer in the shade Medium Tan. Now, I usually put my concealer on in an upside down triangle, but today I did it in semicircles because I just wanted to try something new. I also highlight the bridge of my nose and a little bit of my forehead, the top of my lip, and my chin. And I do this because, well, to be honest, I do it because the beauty gurus told me to. So then I use my Beauty Blender, and I go ahead and blend all of that out. I like to blend this stuff out first because, honestly, I don't want a really harsh line going down the middle of my face, so that's why I blend it out first. Did I mention the Beauty Blender is damp? It should be damp, by the way. So then I actually like my under eye highlight to dry down ever so slightly, and then I blend out from there. And the reason why I do that is because one of my favorite beauty gurus, Jackie Ina, says to do it, so I do it. The next step is I'm going to set my under eye highlight with some setting powder. This is the Kat Von D Lock It setting powder, which I got for free at Sephora. Now I'm going to emphasize the point that I am not baking here. I am simply setting. For some reason, as of late, I haven't liked how baking looks on me. So that's why I'm only going to set it. Like here, I'm talking to myself like, girl, no ma'am. We are not leaving this on here long. We are about to brush it off immediately. And so that's what I do with this fluffy brush I've got going. Okay, so now, that's upside down. There you go, Alexis. So now to prime my eyes, I'm using the Mary Kay Eye Primer, and I just tap that on my eyelids, like so, like that. And while that's drying down and getting nice and tacky, I'm going to go ahead and fill in my brows with this dark brown shade from the Mulan eye palette. So yes, I do use eyeshadow to fill in my brows. I don't have any brow filling product. So the first thing I like to do is brush my brows into a good shape. Usually this is a lot easier to do because my brows are like nice and groomed and trimmed, but I ain't got them waxed in 6 months, so this is what I got to work with. So I don't look for a perfectly filled in, shaped and arched brow. I simply just like to fill in my natural brow and highlight the shape that it already has. So I usually start at the front of my brow and I'm following the shape that my brow already has, and I use these kind of like small brush strokes to fill them in. I feel like that gives them like a pretty natural appearance. Yeah. So these are both of my brows. When I did this, I thought they looked horrible, but now that I'm looking at it, they don't look that bad. Like, they're not twins and they're not sisters, but it'll do. Alright, so now is the time for us to get into this beautifully Disney eyeshadow palette. But first, again, I'm going to issue a disclaimer that you should not use eyeshadow that is older than 2 years. But if you are, make sure it doesn't have a funny smell and there's not some kind of weird buildup on it. But if you want to, proceed with caution, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. So the first thing I'm going to do is use this lighter purple shade here as a transition shade, and I'm going to put that in my crease. I'm using a fluffy tapered brush to do this with. And so yeah, so the thing I like to do is I like to dab or deposit the color right there on my outer crease and then blend out from there. It's a lot easier to add color and start out light. Oh, dance break. And everyday people, sing it, yeah, yeah, yeah. All right, so we're back into what? Oh my god, what was I talking about? Oh yes, transition shades. Okay, so yes, you want to deposit the color on the outside edge and then blend out from there. And yes, I am going over my entire eyelid. I'm also using a windshield wiper motion. You'll see that I'm going back and forth and back and forth, and then I simply built up the color from there, because it, like I said earlier, it is so much easier to add color than trying to take it off once it's on your eye. So I highly recommend you start out light and keep adding color till you get your desired effect. And so far, not so bad. Okay, so I did that to both of my eyes. I'm just checking out my work. Yeah, it's not so bad. Let me tell you, my expectations are pretty low for this palette. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. So I'm just surprised you can see purple on my eyelids, y'all. So then I like to go back with the brush and then just blend things out from there. So now to deepen the crease color, I'm gonna go ahead and use that dark purple to deepen the crease color. I'm using a tapered brush, but this is a smaller tapered brush that'll be more precise with depositing the color. So basically I do everything the same that I did with the first color. However, this time I'm only going to blend it out to about halfway across my eyelid instead of all the way across. And I just like the way how that looks. And again, you'll see I'm doing the windshield wiper movement, but it's a lot smaller because I only want it to go like halfway across my eyeball. So yeah, see, I'm only going about halfway across to blend that out, and I do it to both eyes. And so for the next step, I'm going to put the lid color on, and I'm using this kind of flat fluffy brush, and I'm going to use that gray color to do it. Now when I apply my lid color, I like to like tap or dab it on. I don't like to brush it on because I feel when you brush it on, you don't get that much control with the color placement, whereas if you tap, you get more control. Now, if I'm being perfectly honest, this is probably the most disappointing color out of this palette. I was not impressed. So here's a trick you can do to make those sad colors pop. You spray your brush with a little bit of setting spray, and then you go back into that color and you put it in, and it'll make it pop more. It kind of made it pop here, but you know, this color is really dusty and sad, so it didn't do much. But for any other color, I'm telling you, this will do the trick, especially if you have a glittery color. Wet your brush and see what happens. It's pure magic. Now I'm going in with this smudge brush, and I'm gonna take that dark purple and I'm just gonna smudge out my bottom lash line. I think I've said this in one of my other makeup videos, but I like to do this because it's a softer look than applying eyeliner to your bottom lash line. So yeah. So you're all smudged out. What am I going to do next? Oh yes, eyeliner. So I'm going to use this eyeliner. This is the Kat Von D tattoo liner, which I got at Sephora for free $99. And I'm going to line my eyes. Now I didn't realize until I was editing that you cannot see what I am doing at all because I'm completely off camera. So we're going to use some editing magic to skip. And there we are. It's done. And my eyeliner is trash. Garbage, so I'm going to use some more magic to skip again. Okay, so now I'm going to prep my eyelashes for falsies by giving them a little curl. And so for today, I'm going to try using this Kiss Falscara lash extension kit. And the first step is to apply the bond, which goes on a lot like mascara. However, you want to put this on in a nice thin layer, or it is quite tricky to get off. So put it on thin. And so the Falscara kit, it's like strip lashes, but they're cut into smaller sections, and you actually apply them underneath your lashes, so it gives it more of like a lash extension kind of a look. You can't really see what I am doing here, but you'll see here. So see, I'm putting it underneath my lash line. It's for a more natural look. It took me about 5 minutes to do this, and I don't think it looks too bad, but what I will say is that there's definitely a learning curve with this, so I need more practice. But I think with more practice, I'll get the hang of it. So once you're done placing all your lashes, you use the seal, which is white for some reason, but you seal them in place with that. So next I'm going to put mascara on my bottom lashes, and I'm using this sample, which I don't remember the name of. Hold on, I'm going to show you. Joa Lash Up Mascara. I got this as a sample. Yeah, it's not good. Don't recommend. Save your money. Don't even take the sample. Terrible. Okay, so now I am going to contour my face, and I'm going to use the Fenty Beauty Match Stick in the shade Truffle. And I've said this before, and I'm going to say it again. Contouring is not my strong suit. If I'm going to be honest, I could probably go a shade or two darker with my contour. So after contouring, I am going to use this Good Luck Charm blush from the Mulan collection and brush that on my cheeks. This is not my typical blush brush, but this is what I had. And yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and just like stipple that onto my cheeks like so, like that, until I get my desired effect. And yeah, so now is time for highlight, and I am using this. I'm going to use this Meg inspired lavender highlight called Big Tough Girl. I've never used this, y'all, but look at it. Is that not stunning? Like, I don't know if I could wear it every day, but I just might have to, you guys. So yeah, I'm totally feeling myself. So this next step that I like to do is I like to highlight the inner corners of my eye, and I use the same highlighter that I use on my little cheeks. And so I'm going to go in with this little fluffy brush and just put that right there in my inner corner. And that is just so pretty. It just looks like it's like glowing lavender. Yeah, so pretty. And so I do it again on the other side of my eyes, and yeah, stunning. It is so pretty. That's what I just said. Okay, so now I'm gonna highlight my brow bone using the same lavender highlight shade. Yeah. And so the last and final step is I'm going to put some lipstick on. This is from the Midnight Masquerade collection in the shade Beast. And it is my favorite pinky brown nude. It is so easy to put on. You see, I don't even need a lip liner. Like, I just like, boom, bam, it's on. It's pink, it's nude, it's perfect. Yeah, I love this shade. It's so pretty. Yes, queen. Okay, so I'm putting this in Tiana inspired lip gloss on by Beautifully Disney. It is called Pucker Up Buttercup. So cute. And I just like to put a little bit of that on top of my lipstick so my lips can be popping a little bit. Alright, so I'm going to lock everything in place by using this micro mini sample of MAC Fix Plus setting spray to lock it all in place. Yeah. Ooh, if you're not looking crazy, you didn't spray enough. So that's it for this video, you guys. Comment down below. Tell me what you think about this look. You know, I am pleasantly surprised by the performance of that Beautifully Disney palette. But the real unsung hero is this highlight, you guys. Like, I'm definitely going to be using that more because it is stunning. So yeah, that's it for this video. Thank you so much for sticking through to the end of this. I had so much fun making this. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button on your way out, and I'll see you in the next one.